seconds. Good afternoon, YouTube. Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Miller, and today in Talk and Talk, we're going to discuss and talk a little bit about types of personality. And we have here Annie. Annie, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. My name is Annie. I'm 25 years old. I'm a geophysicist, and I do love to learn new languages and be on Talk and Talk and discuss a lot of different topics. I think that it is the biggest point, the greatest point of Talk and Talk is to know the other people and know their point of view. And I hope that everyone that is watching can get inside and talk and enjoy it. And that's it.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. And are you here in Rio working?
Yeah, I'm doing my
Which company?
PhD. I'm doing my
PhD.
PhD. Yeah, I'm doing by now
Where?
a national observatory. Actually, it
Okay.
is in São Cristóvão. I'm kind of really close.
Okay. What the topic?
Geophysics also.
But planetary geophysics, macro,
No,
or oil
I
and
got it.
gas, and
Of course, I'm format in applied geophysics.
Mhm.
Directly for study petroleum, but by now my research is about hydrogen. Hydrogen and
Wow.
uses with another form, another better form of energy.
Okay, I know. And who your advisor?
My advisor is Sergio Fontes. I don't know if you
Okay,
know
I
him.
know.
Uh,
Yeah, I know him.
yeah,
Very
nice.
nice. Are you enjoying?
Yeah, it's kind of different. Had
Yeah.
a big change in my life. Changing the state's not that easy. Getting facing out the differences between cultures from state to state. Bahia it's
Nice.
really different from Rio in aspects of culture and when the way the people interact. But I'm liking. I think that I'm at the best place I could do for my area of the research, and I'm
Mhm.
enjoying. But it's not as you know, research is not that pleasant all the time.
Yes.
Could be
Yes.
really tough. Can be really tough.
Okay, very nice. And how tell me about this difference between culture. I mean, how do you what's the difference you feel the most here in terms of, behavior and sometimes interaction between cariocas and other,
Well,
or in Baiano?
by actually I was talking about nordestinos. There's a big way
Oh,
difference
okay,
between
okay, okay.
with um, our in our personality. We are communicative. You're kind of I don't know, always happy. We talk to everyone, and cariocas are not. Absolutely not. They are kind of always bored with a bad face sometimes, and for them it's quite of strange when you talk to them like good morning or say some greeting. It's totally different. They don't do that.
Mhm.
Even if you're seeing this person like every day, the person can pass like side
They
you.
don't know you.
Yeah. This is awful. It is not how nordestinos, I don't know how to translate it, actually do this stuff
Okay.
and talk to and greet everyone. Sometimes I think that they are how can I say that? Wait a minute. They can be rude sometimes
Mhm.
and impatient. If you want to take an Uber, they do not wait, not even a minute. This is really strange for me. Like just a minute,
I
please,
felt
30 seconds.
exactly, I've been, feeling the same, exactly the same. And you know what is fun? I was talking with, to a girl that's my friend, and I
Yeah.
told the same you said, and she was mad at me. like, no, we are not like this. And oh my God, I have a lot of
No.
data. I have a lot of data. Because actually, I have a lot of people from Nordeste. I know. So we kind of built a group. A group of people that the most part of them they are not carioca. They are from Ceará,
Yeah,
Bahia, Pará. I'm from
nice.
Goiás. So I love
It's
this data.
different.
I have this data. Yeah. She was mad at me, and man, you know, I have a lot of people, and all the people say the same. So it's kind of yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, they don't like it. Even if you say, and if it's a friend, you'll say, no, you're kind of rude, you know? You're really rude. You didn't have to say that in
Exactly.
this way. But they become really mad about when you talk about the way they interact. And I
Hmm.
think that this is really tough for you to get used to when you have a different scenario when you're at home, and make
Hmm.
this place your new home.
Okay,
I
it's
think
hard
that,
to adapt, like to feel like good. Even
yeah,
okay.
like feel like
And
it's your place.
how long have you been here?
No, like 3 4 months, no, 3 months, 3 months.
3 months. Okay. And do you have friends
Yeah, I
from
do. Yes, I do.
other city?
um in another state, I do have a friend from Rio Grande do Norte.
Okay.
Incredibly, there's a lot of nordestinos in National Observatory, and it's awesome because I feel
Okay.
kind of in home. Because when I miss the accent or miss something specific, or Baianos, we do say bad words a lot of time.
Oh,
Anytime
awesome.
I miss so much the way that Baianos talk, and it's really great to be with them in there. Makes
Mm.
me miss a little less my home. And
Okay,
you
it's
are in
nice.
Rio for how long right now?
1 year and yeah, 1 year and 1 month.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a
So
lot.
I have a lot of experience here,
Yeah.
to support my consideration that's that point.
Yeah, a lot of
And
data. You can build
yeah,
an
and I've
article.
been exactly, and I've been traveling a lot, visiting a lot of different places here to even to compare. But nowadays I know that, for example, the people from
Mm.
North Zone, North Zone is funny. North Zone, they are different. They are different.
They are
They
different.
are, yeah,
How?
more friendly, more totally different. I would say totally different. They are more friendly.
Wow.
They are more patient. They are more, they care about you. Like, oh, I will, try to introduce your other friends and so on, to try to make a
Wow.
group. It's very, yeah, very, very interesting. Because I
So,
was learn how to dance charme. So I was visiting Madureira and I try to integrate myself.
dancer.
Yeah,
Okay, very nice. Have you
yeah.
ever been at Nitaroy?
No, no,
They're for me the
I didn't.
best place of Rio. The people are
Really?
different, and yeah, in the place I feel kind of secure. Could be on safety, but there's a feeling of security around there, and the people
Okay,
are a lot more friendly. A lot,
okay,
like a biggest difference. And I
okay.
think that is the best part of Rio. Really, if you had the opportunity, you should go there.
Yeah. Okay, I will try to visit. Because actually, I know a lot of people from Niterói, but I never visit Niterói. I'm saying in terms of really visiting, know the places. I
Mm.
was in a party there, but just a party was very fast and not visiting, but I will try to do it. What do you like to do here in Rio?
Well, actually, have been
What you've
just a
been
little
doing?
time. I've been doing
Mhm.
studying a lot. trying to not be robbed, and and I
Okay.
had some friends from here that actually I did went out. I went out for a samba. I went out for
Okay.
a festa junina. That's kind of different. I didn't like that much in Rio. I'm from Bahia.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a fake.
sorry.
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
a it's for
It's
me it's
a
totally fake, but was great. By here, I went to in a feira nordestina. That's really great.
okay. São Cristóvão.
Yeah, that's São
Okay.
Cristóvão. There's two places that you actually go to
I never
enjoy
been
in São
there.
Cristóvão already. Never or what already? Never.
Never. Never.
It's
Never.
an option. It's an option. Even if you go to Friday, it's open to I don't know to start like 4 or 2 and
I need to
ends
go
on
there because I know
Saturday.
about the karaoke.
Karaoke is
The
awesome.
chaotic,
Karaoke
the chaotic karaoke. You know what I know. The people told me.
have a lot of karaoke's out there, and it's really big. It's really big, and if you go on Friday, you can like go out on Saturday by 6 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, it's open.
Oh wow.
It's
Nice.
a lot, and a lot of people go there to really go to the karaoke's that are actually funny a lot.
Okay, nice. And how about your sense of security here? Do you feel a lot like, oh, I do not understand what's going on around me, and feeling insecure and so on, feeling insecure. Okay.
Well, let me think. In Bahia, I felt kind of had some similarities
Mm-hmm.
about this feeling of unsafety. But here we do have this idea from films and from journal
Okay.
that it's way worse than ever stayed. But here at São Cristóvão, I'm afraid, but it's kind of okay. It's a region kind of okay. I
Okay.
didn't see
Mhm.
nothing happen, and the people lives like normally. This is an area like very residential, and there's a lot of families that
Mhm.
go. And besides, there's a maternity, and there's a lot of
Mhm.
points that I do believe that makes this north zone a little more safe,
Mhm.
but it's real.
It's real.
And the feeling, it's always okay. I will go out, but I will left my cell phone, I will left my computer, I will not take not left anything.
Exactly.
I will
Yeah.
just take my book and go um,
You
to
need to
the
take
institute and
care.
go back. Yeah, and go back.
Okay.
Do you have the
Exactly.
same
Well,
feeling?
that's well, actually almost the same feeling. But the thing that I did when I came here from the first time, first moment, the first month, actually. I tried to really understand what's going on here. So what's going on? So in terms of, visiting the neighborhood and understanding the regions, like I'm Cinder, so Teresa close, and the south is something, and north is other stuff. We have the favelas, the community. I visit some communities, so it's kind of
Really?
you started to pay attention on the how can I say the elements, the signals and so on. So sometimes you can,
The
walk on the street.
characteristics from the
Yeah,
place.
you can stay in a place, walk on the street and see what's going on around you
Yep.
because I'm from Goiás, so Goiânia is totally different. We are totally relaxed, totally tranquil. All the time
Wow.
tranquil. It's very friendly. It's like Mineiro, it's kind of, oh,
Yeah.
no problem, no problem. Let's, drink a coffee, eat a pão de queijo, and okay, no, no. It's kind of it's very soft, live in a very soft mood.
Okay.
So because of this, I needed to learn how to understand this stuff. So because
Yeah.
I'm not from a rich place or region in Guyana. I'm from, a poor place. So there I know. Here I don't know. So if I don't know, I need to learn, how to
Yeah.
understand what's going on. So what I did. But even doing this is kind of, is something unexpected sometimes because it's very, busy and
Yeah.
crazy, chaotic. So
Completely
anything can
unpredictable.
happen. Yeah.
Anything can happen, and when you're looking for some points, I do think that my dad came with me to help me out to sort everything about this changing. And we were walking, looking for Magazine Luiza, and
Hmm.
when we tried to open up the door, but it was closed, and was really strange when you look inside it. I really thought that the magazine was being robbed. Actually, at center, it really was being
Okay.
robbed, and I was like, "Okay, Daddy, we are leaving now," and
Okay.
we are. What's kind of normal? Everything was working here. I didn't haven't seen the police or anything like that. But in the center,
Wow.
the other stores like near were working fine, but inside there is something really crazy happening, and I was like, okay, we're leaving now, and it's totally different from, I don't know, Bahia. Né? I just think that if it was in Bahia, everything was wow. The
Okay.
stores probably would be closed. There would be something way bigger. I don't
Mhm.
know if there's not the normality of here, if these situations are actually normal, and everyone was, oh, another one.
Okay.
But for me, it was
Again,
shocking.
oh my God, again. It's kind of, oh, okay. But what happened? You knew what
you
happened?
know,
Was
I didn't
really
wait to see. I didn't wait to
okay.
see what really happened, but it was really strange. And I was like, oh, this situation. It was like 2 p.m. and we were walking at center and want
2
to
p.m.
get in a store, and the store is closed. But you, how the walls are actually by, how can I say that, by glass, or
Okay,
glass,
okay,
we could see inside,
okay.
and what that's why I could see, but it was locked. But it were locked. It was strange and
Yeah.
different.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think here it's interesting and I don't know, it's a surprise because even that I've been, visiting a lot of times, a lot of places as well. I feel that it's already, always have a new point that I need to pay attention, right? Like, when
Yeah.
I'm in a place, so oh, I never pay attention on that. I'm looking around and pay attention. Oh, something happened there, something happened here. Okay, okay. So yeah, so let's start our topic. It's about our
Really?
types of personality. No, no. Just let's try to join.
Join both.
The point. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think it's what about the people from Bahia? What they like the most? You like the most in terms of do you type of personality of be or behavior that you feel that is kind of specific and you like I'm from Bahia and we are like this and this is different. So it's interesting, it's good.
Well, there are 2 points that I think that are totally different. The energy, I don't know how to explain it, but it is totally different. When you go to Bahia, you're gonna see it. But we are very communicative, very, and not every Baiano, but
Mm-hmm.
Baianos in general speak loudly, really loudly, and it's I do like how the people interact, because you're like out in the streets and sometimes some random person will talk to you, you talk to the other person, and it's really easy to make friends in Bahia. Everyone is
Mhm.
really friendly, and I think this is different, really different from
Okay.
here. But I don't know if other states are like that because I didn't. I just went to Curitiba also, just to these two places, and I don't think that I had enough data to say
Okay. Okay.
for other places.
Okay, nice.
And
And do you told that you speak, they speak loud, right? In my opinion, Carioca speak loud as well. Do you think it's similar or louder?
it depends. Well,
You
for
know what
example,
I see that it's crazy. That I see that it's crazy. Sometimes
no,
I
it's
see the
not.
people behaving here and like explaining some point here in Rio. And the people's
Okay,
like that. The
I
people's
do
like
have an
that.
example.
You know,
No, I have an example.
moving a
I do
lot.
have one.
And you see, sometimes you close, and the people only say about, silly stuffs. But people are, wow, oh my God,
Screaming.
happened very big stuff there. But it's not, it's just,
But normally they're speaking about football or about something very specific. Uh, I think, but it could
okay.
have way more data than me. But in Bahia, for example, if you go to a beach, always there's a sound. Always there's someone that have the box. I just forgot it with the
Okay, okay,
sound
okay.
and we always have music. You don't have the right to not listen to music. But
Okay.
here, never beach that I went, and it was a lot, didn't have music. That's
Really?
totally crazy. In the beach, in Bahia,
Okay.
there's not a place that you're able to not listen to music and listen to other people talking a lot. But here it's different. There's a, it's not pasarela, it's a, when you went to through the littoral,
Okay,
that's
okay.
it's kind of far from from the beach. There are some
Okay.
places that you can go in there have music, but in Bahia you have music on the beach.
Oh, wow. But I think there's a law here about this, isn't it?
There's a
Right? There's a kind of law here
no
about this. But
no
I think in
no.
the past we're like Bahia. Because
This is not a
a lot of
critique.
people, yeah, yeah, but I'm saying the same. Um, I think in the past, before this law, I think the people, are, you know, listen music very loud, and something happened and changed that. Because the people say sometimes you cannot pay attention in one music because there's a lot of music at the same time. It's a
Yeah.
chaotic sound mixed, right? It's like, a lot of rhythms. Okay,
Chaos.
okay.
But I wanted to say this example because we are talking about how Baianos are loud. This is an example. In every place where you go in Bahia, there's sound, not only on the beach, but on the
Oh,
streets, in
wow.
the
Okay.
cars. And that's something that I missed. I do not listen to other music, like an ashe. There's not. There's not an ashe here. It's only samba. I
Oh, it's
miss.
not.
I really miss my music.
Yeah. But
And
there, it's only Ashe? No.
no,
No Ashe.
pagode, but
Pagode.
pagode baiano.
Yeah. Okay,
There
I
is
got
that
that.
totally different, and that's different.
Okay. Yeah.
And there is a lot of music
Wow, this is nice.
everywhere, everywhere, and here it's not. That's crazy for me. There's not a car with
Yeah.
loud music, with like with sound of pagode baiano. It is totally different. I'd really miss my home. Like,
Yeah.
no,
But,
there is
but you
not a
know what?
Fantasmão, Léo Santana. There is not. It's different.
Exactly. But the people here, they do not see with a good eyes this kind of rhythm. And I felt this like prejudice,
Right.
like it's kind of, I felt here like Rio de Janeiro samba, MPB, and so on, okay? This is
Mm-hmm.
a soft soft music, soft skater music,
Mm,
and it's how can I say, high level stylistic type of sound, and all their
yeah.
stuff is just general music, and they do not have the value the people really believe on it. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just I play a lot of instruments and I like to learn this stuff.
Mm.
So when I was teenager, I had a band, heavy metal band.
Wow.
Yes, and then I had a pagode band, a pagode group, and I played in an alternative band. I played in maracatu. I played in, I like to learn
You
these
like
things.
music. You do like
Yeah,
music.
music. And I'm from Goiás, so I told them, the people, some of friends of mine, that I enjoy sertanejo. I like to listen in. Oh my God, I paid attention a lot, on the expression. It was kind of, this is not music. Okay, so it's kind of, and I felt this whole stuff like prejudice. Very, we have the most sophisticated type of music, and other styles is just silly music.
Yeah.
And here I feel it a lot, like the people spreading this energy, like, oh, the carioca is the best. The carioca, are awesome. We are awesome. The music are awesome. Everything is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. They are very proud. Yeah, I think
I do think that there is a. It's funny you say that because I've went to not really a party. It was a party. Mahaya.
okay.
And that was really funny because the first attraction was samba. I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Samba.
Exactly.
Samba. There's a few singers from forró, but there's not. The first attraction was samba. And when it started, I went out. I was like, no, I'm sorry. And it's not my São João.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because they really feel that, like, this is this stuff that we need to spread and so on. For example, when I came here and I started, of course, I played guitar, and I like to play Brazilian music as well. So I like, more than play, I like to research about Brazilian music. So I know a lot of artists. I love
Right.
music. I think that my second part, beyond geology, is music. Totally. I spending a lot of time listening music and understanding, try to play. And they ask me, how do you know a lot of sambas if you're not born here? I ask that question a lot of time. They think, oh, if you are not carioca, you don't know samba. So why? How do you know this artist if you? So it's kind of, and I needed to explain. Okay, like, oh no, I know because I like to research, and we have internet. Do you know internet? Internet. Hey,
Yeah, you're not a
globalization. Do you know about globalization? International community, music beyond the borders, music beyond the borders. And I
Yeah.
like to research so much that I went with my friends in the show of this guy, Natanzinho Lima. One of the best shows that it was awesome. But the majority of the people there was from Sergipe, Ceará, Bahia, a lot of people there, and it was
But this
interesting
is
the
good.
accent of the people around. A lot of people, many people, and totally the accent totally different. Oh my God. The Zen, and you said the energy of the people was totally different.
Totally different.
Totally different, very warm, and the people trying to
Yeah.
communicate and dancing a lot with
Yeah,
people
Antonella.
was
That's
beautiful.
it's beautiful. I do love Nordeste. Norte and Nordeste are the best places
Yeah, I feel the
to have the
same.
best people. And did you have another experience as mine? Like you went to a party and was kind of surprised for the situation.
Can you repeat? I didn't see nothing.
Okay. Did you have an experience from going to a party or a situation, anyways,
Mhm.
that you become surprised by the differences by your background and the people in here? Like what's different for you but not for them?
Oh,
Because
truly, I think a lot of time, but in different manners. Like, uh, as I told you, like I like to research very specific stuffs. And sometimes the people, for example, I have a t-shirt of Bangu that I change with my friends. So I like to use this. So the people see, the style. Sometimes I style the way I like to dress, and the people do not expect that I know something or not. In opposite, when for example, I didn't expect in some places, for example, in Madureira when I went there, and North Zone as well, the inequality in terms of, the people very different, very different. The people, very humble, very, very, and I didn't expect that. So
yeah,
I didn't know how to, because I never expect that. So was a really surprised by, this situation. And I think all the times I felt the same. But I don't know if you asked that. It's like this or not? Are there other situation, other?
no, was some situation that you had been surprised by, I don't know, the energy or situation, as I said, for the party that was an ahaya inter samba, was a kind of cultural shock.
Because
Or
okay, but it's exactly, about I don't know if it's right, but the proudness, proudness of being carioca. I feel it all the time in all the place. It's
yes,
very, we are so, so much that we can change the root
yeah,
of stuffs. We are superior. We are superior,
yeah,
so we can change the tradition, right?
yeah,
So I feel it a lot.
yeah,
And I listen a lot of stuff like this. You don't know Rio. You don't know the real Cariocas.
yeah,
Rio is like this. Rio is like this. Rio is the best. Rio. I listen this a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot.
wow,
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy. It's crazy.
tiring. That's tiring. Sometimes can be boring when you try to talk to people
It's very boring.
and explain the experience and you do not understand actually. It's kind of
But I
sad.
feel, yeah, it's sad. And it's even, how can I say, it's jump sometimes because it's kind of, if you are the south of Brazil, not only you but São Paulo as well, the people, they think here is Brazil, you
Yeah,
know
I got it.
yeah, doesn't exist other part of Brazil, so they don't know nothing or anything about north. They don't know anything about the other part of Brazil. So sometimes for me was a cultural shock as well in terms of geography. Basic geography, was crazy. Basic geography was crazy because they born here, they like to here's the best place, and they will never live here. So they don't want to know about other parts of Brazil.
Wow, that's
Crazy,
impressive.
crazy. Yeah.
Totally crazy.
I think we even need to change the name of this immersion here because the people are, what? Cariocas don't, no, no,
If there's a karaoke here, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm sorry. Not
exactly.
sorry. I'm really
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. Not sorry. If
Yeah,
there's
we are just, bringing some points that it's natural because my friends feel exactly the same.
great.
Because of this, I asked that question for you. It was because of it. Just let me let you know that wait what she will,
Bring
answering
up.
about this question, the sensing, the feeling, the behavior, just to try my point.
Prove you have enough data. Now you have enough data to make a really great research, like quantitative, and making graphs
Yeah,
or
we
something
can.
like that.
Yeah, we can write this article. I think this paper will be interesting. Mm, Other question about personality. Now about personality. What do you don't like? About Baiana. I think are you Baiana? You're a Baiana, but you don't like, oh, this point I think it's too much or I don't like.
Well, let me see. Well, if I was in Bahia, probably I would have it in my have it more easily. But I'm here and feeling kind of melancholic. I feel, oh, my home, blah blah blah. But I didn't like the fact that Baianos are so lovely. Besides, I miss it right now
Mm-hmm.
because Baianos sometimes don't have the idea of the is praised for another. That's not good. I do think that there's kind of a disrespect. so
Mm.
sometimes it is disrespect, and sometimes not everyone, even if you are an very welcome people, and if you have the ability to be very friendly, sometimes I do think that we do not care a lot about the others.
Mm.
That's
Oh,
a
this is interesting.
there's a besides. How can I explain that? Um, Sometimes I do feel that people want you to se aproveitar. I just don't
Ah,
know how
okay.
to translate it. Sometimes it happens, but I do think that it can make part of Brazilian people, not even from Baianos, because in here we do have a lot also here in Rio,
Yeah, I think
and
so.
that's let me see something very specific from Bahia. I don't know. Probably you would have to think from Bahia, very specific, something that I think that it's not really great. Well, I think that there is a problem from like inherit from Nordeste, that is the lack of education,
Okay.
lack of the educational system, and I think that it can be shown really because I think that's natural from any place
Mm.
that there's a problems with the families, and this transfer this kind of the family education to the school. And in Bahia we don't have that great educational system, and I think that people are really uneducated. And when we're talking about the more educational point,
Okay. More
I think
formal.
that more
Formal
formal,
education.
yeah, formal education, and I think that it can sometimes be presented when you're having a really easily conversation with someone. I think that it's
Oh,
a
okay.
problem, not a problem of Baianos, a problem that it's from there that I want to be solved.
Okay. Very
One.
interesting. Yeah, I would say we answer the same question that I made, right? What I like the most being Goiano, I think we are very tranquil, and I miss this tranquility, like, all the things are kind of very easy just to talk, take care, just, no problem. Okay, we can solve this. It's very easy to make friends, very easy. It's crazy and incredible. So easy. And then people just enjoy the conversation, like, start to, oh, what do you do? Oh, very interesting. Geology. What geology do? Okay. Oh, nice. And so, the people trying to make very, how can I say, very deep interaction very fast. So we can make friends very fast. very fast. And the people really, they are really, how can I say, sincere about it. Really sincere. What I don't like, specific in terms of Goiás, specific in terms of Goiás. Um, I think Goiás, it's kind of formed by a culture of farms, right? The people farms in general.
Got it.
So at the time, we have some people there that's kind of, they have a kind of power, money, and it's a classic, like that man from farm, right? Like, I don't know, Texas, like, Texas in Brazil, like
It's
this.
called
The rich,
coroners.
exactly, corners, that
Coroners.
man, very rude, and a type of a man, rude, with money, try to
Yeah.
impose some stuffs by power of money, right? So I think Goiás, we have a lot of this kind of guy.
By
But
the heritage,
yeah,
it's like son, and
exactly, yeah, and
like
passing through generation, yeah,
grandpa. They go to the
exactly.
son through generations. It's
Yeah. Yeah,
hereditary.
because for example, if you are walking in Goiânia, you can see very young guys with a big car, like that car, and man, just adult
Have that
now, but you
have
already have
money.
this car. Yeah, a lot of money. So I have money, I can do, all the things that I want. It's kind of like this. So very silly. And in Goiás, we have a specific stuff that is crazy, crazy. That we have the biggest fair of the South American.
Wow.
And we are recognized by, how can I say
Oh
I
no.
don't know, the industry of clothes,
Okay.
right? It's a hippie fair, feira hippie, we call. So there we have this industry of clothes. So people from a lot of different regions in Brazil go to Goiânia to buy very, very, very cheap clothes. So there, the
Oh,
people dress very good, they are very
the
stylish.
jeans. The jeans.
Exactly, exactly,
I
exactly,
think that I've seen a documentary about it.
exactly. And even, for example, the federal policy, they go to there because they started to imitate, big brands very similar. So they try to, they they created a very chaotic industry imitating stuffs, brands, imitating brands.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes the people they look too much for your style. If you are not good dressed, no, it's not like in Rio. Rio can you go, just take some clothes and you go there out sometimes and you don't care about it. But there they care about it. Your stylish, like your hair, beautiful hair, and you are dressed in a good look. You are a good looking person. The
Oh, I
first
forgot.
the first impression it's very
I forgot how to say that.
yeah,
It's
I don't know how to explain, but it's kind of the people pay attention it, right? The people really care about it.
minute.
And this is for me silly because do not make sense, but for them makes sense.
It's forgot how to say. It's not vain. It's something different. But I got it. I didn't had this idea from Goianos
Yeah.
of really.
Have you know about that people all say something like in Goiás the women they are more beautiful. Have you heard something about
Oh,
it? It's
yeah.
exactly because of this. Because if you go to Goiás, in any place, you will see a woman well dressed, very, totally
In any
makeup,
place.
the hair, any place, in a fair, in the hospital, and shopping, at home. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, totally crazy. And sometimes the people do not pay attention to it. So, in Goiás, the woman's like this or that, but it's like the reason is pretty much that the people are very dressing, so they attract a lot of attention, and all the people want to attract attention there because of the clothes, because of well dressed, okay. So, and this is really silly, you know, and I don't
I don't
like at
like.
all because I like to be me. I like to dress the way I dress. I like to stay tranquil. And yeah, I have other points about it because it's kind of philosophy, but that's it. It's crazy.
That's interesting.
Very
Uh,
interesting.
oh, this is different. I had the idea from Goianos that they were kind of like Mato Grossenses and they're kind of friendly to you. They're kind
Yeah,
of
exactly.
pão de
Yeah,
queijo.
yeah.
The same idea, but I didn't have a because I
But
thought
in
they're
Mato
for camp
Grosso, they have
in
the same
farmers
philosophy.
also the farmers also, but I didn't relate it to the idea of being the correct word is not self-absorbed, but being vain. It had this worry about the appearance. I didn't
Okay,
relate it to.
okay. Yeah. But in Mato Grosso, we have the same culture because I lived there for 5 years, so I know that.
Wow, you've lived like in a lot of places.
Yeah,
How would you? I'm sorry if you don't care, but
5 years in Mato Grosso, 2 years in Brasília, 4 years in Campinas, São Paulo, 2 years in North Mato Grosso, and 1 year in Rio de Janeiro.
I'm sorry. How old are you? You look
30,
like
36, 36.
36. No, that's really a lot. But it's great. You have a really huge background and have talking to a lot of people, and you have a good vision of the world. I think that it's
Yeah,
can.
and I really like that, like pay attention it and start to think, oh, why they do this? Why they do that? What's the history, behind this? Like, what's the point behind this? For example, telling ways, I think the people, for example, I think I know, the more education we have, more we don't care about the purest in terms of, try to show some stuffs. We
Sure.
care more about the ideas. We care more about, something that's interesting. I think the people, it's kind of a balance between education and, if I cannot show what I know, or I cannot be the best in terms of knowledge and really say something very interesting. I can show at least that I have power and I am the best, and it's kind of like
Wow.
this. In Mato Grosso and Goiás is the same. I think Minas Gerais is different. The people are more, they don't care much. I think we can start to write our article about the.
Of course. If you have time, you send to your mail and say, okay, we
Yes,
can start
yes.
the article right now. I do have after
Yeah,
a year, I said I have enough data, and you have more than way data than I have. I think that we can start some research.
yeah, yeah. But it's something that, I told you, I really think it's interesting, and sometimes I spend a lot of time reading about the history, for example, of the cities in general, the history behind this stuff. So I like to understand, and it's not because I like. It's not about judging, but more about understanding what's going on in terms of why they want to do this or that. And it's interesting because I know more about me as well, because I'm Goiano, I'm born there in that environment. So,
Yeah,
but only when I go out of this place, out of that place, that I paid attention to, oh my God, we are like this. We care a lot about the image.
that's why. And when you're in a problem, you are only other people that are not are more able to see the problematic and give you more better advice. But when you're inside, I used to say that when you on this environment, you're using some glasses, and when you're out, you're taking other glasses with
Exactly.
different,
Exactly.
and you're always saying something different, and it's great. It's uncomfortable, but it's great because you're able to to improve yourself, your to improve your manner to see the things, and question why you used to do the things like you did, and
Yeah,
why if you want to change, you have to idea how to. And it's really great. I think that it's
exactly.
a great
And it's about
subject.
living. It's about, understanding what you are doing, paying attention to this. And I think it's interesting. And even in terms of trying to make your life easier.
Yeah,
Sometimes, for example, I'm from Goiás, and in the past, I cared about that. But, I started to learn, I started to travel, and sometimes man, I really don't care about it. And I'm totally okay. I'm not mad, I'm not sad, I'm not dead. I'm okay. I don't want this for my life. It's kind
that's
of
great.
living a soft life.
This is huge,
Yeah.
actually. When you are kind of, cause you're not made an embryo and you cut it off.
Yeah, we are breaking the chairs,
Yeah, breaking the
the
chair.
chains,
The
breaking
chains.
the chains.
The
Yeah, the
chains.
breaking the
You're breaking
chains,
the chains.
chains of the culture. Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, that's really great.
Yeah, Annie, we need to finish this conversation about Brazilian culture. We need to change. Thanks a lot for your time. Thanks a lot for your ideas, and thanks a lot, for this conversation. It was really awesome. You are very, interesting, very
Oh,
friendly.
thank
It's
you.
nice. I hope you can have a very good research, can do a very good research in Rio. I hope you enjoy Rio
Thank
as
you.
well. You know, and that's it. Have a nice week and see you in the next week if you are here. Okay?